everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to Chiller Night Live, where from 8 p.m. Eastern Time till 9, we will sit and chat about, let's see, it says, oops, something went wrong. Try reloading the page. What? Wow, we're not going to do that. Stephanie says, hey, y'all. So, evidently, this is coming through. All right. Well, I think they're talking to here. But anyways, we'll sit here from 8 to 9. We'll chat about all things horror, science fiction, paranormal. And, of course, I will include my shameless plugs for my store, Chiller Night Escape Experience, which is located at the Cranberry Mall in Venango County, Pennsylvania. And hope everyone's doing well tonight. Let's see, Raymond says, Happy New Year, Brian. Hey, Raymond, Happy New Year to you. Brian says, Happy New Year, Brian. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us. Happy New Year to you and to everybody. Hope everyone had a good, excellent, fantastic holiday season. I know we did here, and just love that time of the year. And it's kind of one of those things where now that it's done, I can focus and get to work. I took, after the haunted house was over with, I just took November and December and just laid back, just relax. Well, I wasn't, I still went to work and I still went out to the store and, for the bookings and stuff, but I didn't build anything else. But I'm getting back into it now. Bonehead says, hey, hello, I made it this week. All right. Thanks for joining us, Bonehead. Roger says, good evening. Good evening, Roger. Bonehead says, haven't heard from anyone in a year. In a year or this year? Wow. We'll see what we can do about that. Hopefully we can help you out. Al says, hi, everyone. Hey, Al, thanks for joining us. All right. Set that right there. Now, where's Paul? I wonder if Paul will be here. I know he had a birthday on Saturday, so Paul, if you don't join us live, if you happen to be watching this later, happy birthday to you. I hope you had a happy birthday and a happy new year. Let's see. Some salutations being exchanged there. And if you're, let's see. I tried to add the Facebook group, the Chiller Night Facebook group, to this, but in doing this, I remember I tried this before. The only problem is when I do that, all of these go from I don't see a name, and then I noticed tonight, I tried to add it on there again tonight. I thought, I'll see if that'll work, but it says if I do that, I can see the chats, but I cannot see who's sending them, and that was the problem I was having before. But it doesn't just work on the group. It does it with everybody. So no matter what page you're on, I wouldn't be able to see your name. So didn't want to do that. Heck no. Bunny says, Paul is probably watching the movie which shall not be named. Oh, I know. He's got problems. Definitely got problems. Stephanie says, I've been praying for Paul and I had an awesome birthday if anyone's asking. Yes. Well, we hope you had a happy birthday. I remember that was last, was it on the 6th or 7th of this month, I think? Wasn't it last week? Do anything special? Go out anywhere, see a movie, go out to dinner? Hope you had a good one. All right. PBR is meeting us with his wave, so we'll wave back to him. And 5 years ago this month, John says if rain or snow is on your home tonight, then stay and enjoy the break from the inclement weather. It's time again for Chiller Night Live. This is Prozac the Grand, and here is your cure for the winter weather blues. Here's Bryan Hogue. Thank you, Prozac the Grand and John. So I very much appreciate, obviously, the elaborate intro once again. Always enjoy those. Kevin says, hello, Brian. Hey, Kevin, thanks for joining us. Now, 5 years ago, this month, I attempted something that has never been done in the history of Jack Shadow being a horror host, and that was the very first live Chiller Night Theater. And we called it Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights because we were taping and streaming them live on a Friday, and then the very next week that would be the feature movie, the Saturday night movie. Give me time to, edit the thing. But that was 5 years ago this month. So I don't know how many of you have been with us that long, but yeah, to me it just doesn't seem that long ago. I remember our first movie for that was Nosferatu. We chose that because that was kind of my test. That was the guinea pig episode. Because I had no idea if I could do it or not. And there were some there were definitely some technical hiccups that night. But as with all things, we got better as we went. And I think for a while we were doing like a new movie once a month. And so that worked out pretty well. And then I had to stop because as I got closer to the summer, because I was starting up a haunted house again that year. So, and we did it. We did the live shows up until we stopped doing new Chiller Night Theaters up until October of 2022. Is that right? Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed those. I thought those were pretty cool. But it says, anyone heard from our hyperactive and hilarious little scream queen, Miss Renee Cruz, yet? No, I haven't heard from her. I've been watching. I normally see just a splattering of words integrated seamlessly with images, emojis and words and more emojis and more words and pow. So, yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Maybe we will. So, all right, Renee, if you're out there somewhere, lay it on us. All right, so, yeah. Do you guys remember those? It's not like it's 10 years ago. I mean, it's 5 years ago. 5 years ago this month we started doing the. But we've done quite a bit of the live shows, like all the way up till not all that long ago. So. But that was pretty cool. Now, if I ever relaunch the show again, I would love to do the live shows. I thought those were a lot of fun. And a lot of those shows we were doing, like Jack Shadow is interacting with the the viewers, and then we'd have a little game at the end, a little contest, and whoever would win the contest would win a Chiller Night Spirit of Halloween book. From Jack Shadow, and it was just a lot of fun. Or sometimes there'd be a picture that would get sent, or maybe both. I don't remember. I mean, maybe I did. I don't recall. Raymond says, the live shows were fun. Yeah, they were. They were a lot of fun. I remember just thinking, wow, this is kind of like, it kind of was, in a way, it was kind of like a no, it was different than shooting the taping the pre-taped shows, like especially in the studio, because there wasn't a second take. Sometimes there'd be a little hiccup here and there, but I mean, basically it was done. It was a one and done, and then because it's live. So, but that was fun. I enjoyed that challenge, and so if I do bring it back, I don't know that every episode would be live, but I would definitely like to have a nice mix of live and at a studio, I guess. Stephanie says, what's the topic of the week? That's a good question. Anybody have any suggestions? Bonid says, yeah, Miss Renee uses words and emojis equally well and in mass content. Yeah, I know. They're just like, bam! They're just like exploded all over the chat board here. Raymond says, I want a Jack Shadow signed autograph in a book. Ah, cool. Okay, so I did do that. I was trying to remember what exactly I did send out. SBC says there's a lot going on here in Germany at the moment. Our farmers are protesting against the evil government. I know. I've been seeing that. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That just reminds me, it takes me back to, not all that long ago when the Canadian truck drivers were doing that. So, for different reasons, but for the, basically saying, hey, you want to go? We'll go. Bonin says, well, Brian, just the fact that you still do this show every Tuesday night for us is a great gift that we can all enjoy. By God, I know I do. Thanks, Brian. Oh, thank you, Bonehead. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was, and SBC says, I really love the live shows. Oh, that's very cool. Doc says, hey, Doc, thanks for joining us. Topic of the week, My Mother the Car. What? Is that a movie? If it is, I haven't seen it. If it is, everyone go to Doc Dread's movie reviews and check it out. Did you do a review? Is that a movie? First of all, Doc, is that a movie? And do you have a review for it? I like, by the way, your as I scroll through, I'm seeing your thumbnails for your videos are looking very cool. You got a good looking presentation there. So I wish you the very best for all that. Tom says, HNY, everyone. Happy New Year. All right. Hey, thanks for joining us here, Tom. Oh, Doc says it's a TV series. It's a TV series. Okay. All right. I did not know that. Bowden says, Big Tom Paisley, hello. All right, hello. Now, let me throw this in here real quick. Of course, my Chiller Night Escape Experience, my store at the Cranberry Mall in Venango County, Pennsylvania. Not the one down toward Pittsburgh, not that Cranberry Mall. The one up near Oil City and Franklin. But of course, you can book the Zombie Outbreak Escape Room. You can either book online at chillernight.com or you can call 814-209-8214 and book your escape room game. And it is for 1 hour. And very soon, I'm actually working on, I was just out there last night working on, I'm hoping to have this actually completed by next month. And then, of course, there's a registration and the inspections, and so, but this should be pretty much good to go by the end of next month. And the witching hour. And that will also be a 1 hour escape room. Recommended for 3 to 6 players. And that will be at the, that's at the Chiller Night Escape Experience. Horror themed escape room. So, and again, that's that. You can see right there, the front entrance there to Jack Shadow's House of Terror, which is a seasonal attraction at the store. So, all right. And I got a, I had to put this on here. I just got this in the mail. So my Chiller Night Escape Experience coffee mug. So I just wanted everyone to see it. Look at it. Raymond says, SBC, is Germany dropping its crazy green initiatives and increasing usage of fossil fuels? John says, I remember your Friday night shows, and I even won both an autographed picture of Jack Shadow and the Spirit of Halloween. Twice. How weird was that? Oh, that's right. I do remember that. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Very cool. PBR says, anyone else see that the U.S. government opened up a new department, Unidentified Phenomenon Office? Yeah, there's a lot of... searching for UFOs. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff A lot of stuff coming up on UFOs. I think I've actually even said this even like a couple years ago on here. Like, would anybody, actually, I don't know that you can even ask, would you, like, as if projecting that into the future. I was like, is anybody surprised at this point to learn that there are UFOs? I mean, I don't know if anyone's still out there thinking, are there? No, there are. This is being said. I mean, this is being admitted openly. The disclosure is out. I mean, not everything is, but I mean, it is. But is anybody shocked at this point? I can't imagine anybody being really too surprised at this point. They would always laugh and scoff and ha ha ha, little green men, ha ha. That's been the ploy of the media, and the conspiracy theory stuff. That's what they do. That's the little thing to get you conditioned to think, oh, that's not me. I don't think that. But at some point it does come out. You can't hide it. So now it is what is actually from another planet or dimension or whatever, wherever these things are from, and what is man-made, what's reversed engineered. Now that's a good question, one that I certainly don't know. That's well above my pay grade. They don't tell me anything. But it says, after Bryan said it, realized what the HNY on Tom's text meant. That's all right, bonehead. It took me a couple seconds, because and normally that happens, when I'm reading, because I'm reading so many different chats on here, and it does. I've gotten used to it. It might not look like it, but it does take a few seconds to register. Sometimes it doesn't until later on. I'll think, oh, that's what he meant, But Doc says looks awesome. What the store and all that. Yeah, I know I'm a little behind here because I got the rambling about the store and all that. Jump back into the comments. Try to get caught up here. Cool mug, Stephanie says. All right, thank you. Where's the cool doll? It's right back there. Can you see him? See him back here? There he is, the custom-made Jack Shadow doll. And I put him back there because he tips over pretty easily, like the way at least with him sitting up here. I've had this thing topple over so many times on my desk, so I just stuck him back there beside the mummy plaque, that Tom got me. I thought I'll just put them together. It's pretty cool. SBC says they should have called the new department the X-Files. Not a bad idea. Tom says put the cool doll in the coffee cup, just like a little hot tub. Yeah, that would. Yeah, is the base he stands on probably could fit in there. Raymond says, or Bonin says, Raymond, Miss Glamfang's got to work. Oh, oops, sorry. You meant Brian's doll. That really didn't sound good. Well, tell Miss Glamfangs that I said hi if you chat with her soon. Stephanie says, my parents claim to have seen a UFO. I feel like I'm in a minority anymore. Like, I haven't seen one, but I believe it. I have no doubt at all, like none, that they are there. I haven't since the mid 2000s. I know that they're there. I knew that they were there. I can't even say that I know, because now we all know. But I think we're being conditioned. I think that's what that is, the little drop, just one of those things. Brian says, politics, don't get me started. Oh, and I make it a point to not delve into politics or anything like that here. Not because I don't have a strong opinion on it, you know, one way or the other. But you know, I do it because I assume that you come here to have a good time, and not that we couldn't do that, but it's just, you know, I prefer this hour to just be the big dumb fun, you know, not serious, because I know, believe it or not, you know, through seeing some of your, you know, your posts and things like that, you know, I know we have a very mixed audience of political viewpoints, and I think that's great. um, you know, because I think it's cool that you can have at least, you know, come together with a certain topic like we do here, which is chiller. It's all, I was gonna say make believe stuff, you know, but you know, if you add the paranormal, now you're adding like the UFOs. That's pretty cool. I mean, we're talking about that, and that's real. Um, let's see. Bonus says, lasers here. Our metal mission is shortly forthcoming. Aha! Okay. And then next is Lasercorn. I spent 20 years of my life studying this topic. I can most assuredly say when the head of the DoD doesn't know, then you don't know. No. I can say that. They're there. They are there. Just prepare yourself for what you're going to hear. Bonin says, I got some new NIG words dropped in my empty skull. NIG. What is that? In my skull. And I'm trying to use them in the new year. Okay? Raven says, we are in trouble if a spaceman asks to speak to our leader. Guys, you're pushing me into the political. No, that's all. It's all good. It's all good. Your metal mission for tonight. Okay, Lasercorn says, should you choose to accept it, is Mental Health by Quiet Riot. Takes me back to the good old 80s. Let me scroll ahead here. Jump up here. SBC, have any of you seen a Bigfoot? I have not. Lasercorn says, I believe deep within the pit of my soul that there are other species beyond our solar system. Can I prove it? No, he says. No, but there's as far as whether the oh gosh, I gotta kind of reel back in my. Yeah. Sure, most of you know who I work for, so not that I have any knowledge on that. I'm just going by stuff that I don't pretend to have any knowledge about it other than what I see and have looked up and studied on my own. But there's let's see. New big words to use. Auto spell nailed me again. Oh, Bonehead, all right. You've got some big words to use. Then lay them on us. PBR says, really good. Glad you are still doing a show on Tuesday. I so look forward to it each week. You're very welcome. I just hope. Oh, hey, I wanted to mention this. Stream TV. It's been asked to me, and I think it was asked even last week, if Stream TV was going to continue playing Chiller Night Theater, and they are. I did see on their schedule last Saturday night that they were playing one at 9 o'clock. Okay, so it's continuing on as the 9 o'clock movie, and then there was one after that. So they played two of them last week. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, and I don't know what the movie is for this Saturday, or else I'd tell you, but I don't know. But again, if you do I not have Stream TV? Oop. All right, hold on. Yeah, here we go. If you're interested in watching Chiller Night Theater on Saturday night, visit streammedia.tv and you can check out a few of the episodes every Saturday night on Stream TV. So, SBC says, in the endless expanse of space, other life must exist. Lasercorn says, I got your back, Brian. Great. I agree with you, SBC. SBC says, talking about metals health, what's the situation with your presidents at the moment? If somebody else wants to tackle that, they're welcome to. Yeah, and I try to, you know, keep it. I don't know. What would it be like if, like I said, it's not through, you know, lack of interest or that I don't have anything to say on the topics, but I kind of like to keep that, you know, I keep my opinions at least in a different platform. I mean, I don't care. I know there's plenty of you who are Democrat and liberal, and that's 100% fine. And I know there are some of you, several of you who are Republican conservative, and that's 100% fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any secret. I mean, I'm registered as Republican, even though it's not a party that I'm proud of. I mean, I wish there was something else. I mean, but you do you, you know, and be happy and proud about that. Let's see. Stephanie says, "Wow, what?" Tom says, "Hell, nobody even knew our SecDef was in the hospital for a week." I know. And you want to ask those sane people about the UFOs? Yeah. And what the? There's one thing about asking them. There's another thing about believing them. And again, I gotta, you know. So I mean, you know, just do your own critical thinking and research and let's see. Oh, sane people, not sane people, he says. Bonin says, I got an endless expanse of space in my empty head. I got an echo in here, he says. Raymond says, Bonin, I need you to be my editor. Oh, geez. Stephanie says, I'm Republican, but I stay out of politics. I totally, or at least for stuff like this. I know nobody wants to come here to hear my political rants or anybody. I know that, you know, it used to be, I used to say that it does get harder because it does move in on, you know, every aspect of your life is affected and bombarded by this now. And so that's why I try to keep this as a, you know, one place you can come and to talk about, you know, Frankenstein, or even, you know, Saturday morning cartoons. I saw a thing on Valley of the Dinosaurs from 1974. I was like, what the heck? I remember that. I vaguely remember that one. You know, just, I mean, I'm saying that to illustrate a point. It's just kind of like the big, dumb, fun stuff, like I said, you know, just to, because it's everywhere, isn't it? Epstein's Island and Epstein's List and all this and that, you know, that's just everywhere you turn, every direction you look. And that's why I try to keep a place to where, you know, there's a, I try to keep a place where we can just talk about, actually the UFO, I think the UFO topic is pretty good. But it says, Raymond, thanks, but you need someone with some intelligence, common sense, about being the editor. Both qualities of which I'm unfortunately sourly lacking. Plus, I'm a slacker. Raymond says, Bonin, I forget within 5 minutes any big word I learned. Bonin says, I don't even know what politics actually is, but I know what lying and mindless raving sound like. Yes, we all been hearing quite a bit of that. Brian says, diplomatically said, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. You know, that's the best I got for you. Hey, you know, I do want to say, again, I'm sorry, Chiller. I'm only gonna stay on this topic for a few seconds, and it's only because I saw it today. And so, horror, science fiction, haha. All right, so look, it has been announced today. I don't know. I just saw it today. Maybe it was announced before that. The Mandalorian and Grogu journeys to the big screen. That's right. They're going to make a movie, a theatrical release of The Mandalorian, directed by Jon Favreau and produced by Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, boo, and Dave Filoni. The Mandalorian and Grogu will go into production in 2024. I hope that's not the name of it. The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's pretty lame. Come on, give us a neat name, for crying out loud. I have loved telling stories set in the rich world that George Lucas created, said Favreau. The prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars two new and beloved characters, and this new story is a perfect fit for the big screen, added Kathleen Kennedy, boo, president of Lucasfilm. So, The Mandalorian Grogu will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature development slate, including films helmed by Charmin Obey, Shinoy, James Mangold, Dave Filoni, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't need to get into all that stuff, but I thought that was interesting enough to bring it up. So there we go. There we go. Anybody likes The Mandalorian? They can now go see it on the big silver screen at your local theater. So, I heard it, and I wanted you to hear it. So, PBR says, I often watch old episodes of your show. I recently watched Jack Shadow hosting White Zombie. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. All the old shows, if you ever are in the mood to watch Jack Shadow and Chiller Night Theater, check out the YouTube channel. Just Chiller Night YouTube channel. And I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to that. And if you enjoy watching the videos on there, hit the thumbs up. And so, but I appreciate that, PBR. I'm glad that you check out those old episodes. SPC said, Bonehead, politics, it's when rich people get even richer and we become poor. Stephanie says, Baby Yoda, yeah. Cute little guy. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, he's in there. I don't know if you can see Mando holding him. Din Djarin. I wonder if they'll have Boba Fett in that one. Oh, and then Ahsoka season 2. I guess that's been greenlit, so they're gonna go ahead with that. Bonus says, wait a minute, I don't even like Star Wars. Sorry, anyone seen Baby Godzilla around anywhere? Yeah, Baby Godzilla. I remember seeing Baby Godzilla a long time ago. Brian says, has anyone checked out the Godzilla channel on Pluto TV? The films are in the original Japanese with subtitles. Really? That's cool. I did not even know there was a Godzilla channel on Pluto TV. Do they have like all the movies, or just like the better known ones, the old, the older classic ones? That's pretty cool. Now I'm gonna have to check that out after the show. Al says, anyone see the new Godzilla movie? It was great. I have not seen it. But I've seen where a few people on here have seen it. Raymond says, White Zombie is a good movie. Yeah, I do like that one. And I enjoy watching Bela Lugosi's performance on that movie. I think his character kind of, acting-wise, you know, I think it rivals Dracula in some ways. You know, I'm really entertained by the character that he plays. I'm trying to, what's his name? Mudor, something like that. Can't think of his name. You know, I can't make fun of Paul and his obsession with. I got Godzilla on the brain. Bonehead saying something here. What? Yeah. Oh, Bonehead says, yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Godzilla channel is awesome. I'm. Wow, that's cool. I did not know they had that. SBC says, I haven't seen so many Star Wars films. I only know the original 3 and then the newer 3. Yeah. Yeah, they're making more. For good or bad, they're making more. Let's see. Oh, you know what I was, as you were talking about the White Zombie and watching the old episodes, I was looking into today, I was looking in briefly, because I didn't have a ton of time to do it. I was looking into what it would take to get a Chiller Night Roku channel. That'd be kind of cool, I think. You know, if you're looking to watch the shows on your TV. You know, well, I mean, we have a Roku TV, so we just get YouTube, and I can watch them at any time on the big TV. But I don't know. It would be kind of cool. Be kind of cool though to have a Roku channel. Eventually, I say. And then I was looking to see what all is required. You know, can I have live streaming content on the Roku channel as well? Not just YouTube or Facebook, but actually having a live streamed program on my Roku channel. And the answer there is yes. And I was looking at that stuff today. I thought it was interesting. Again, like at some point, when I bring all that stuff back, I would like to do it to where it's right here. You can see everything. I know we have that stuff on YouTube, but it would be kind of cool to have that on a Roku channel also. And then if I go and do more shows, different types of shows, they could also be on that channel as well. Just something to think about. I certainly don't have time to do it anytime real soon. Tom says, White Zombie was made only 2 years after Dracula. Bela was still at the top of his game. Yeah, he definitely was. That's such a cool movie. Bunny says, whoa, I gotta stop drinking so much Dr. Pepper. I got a couple cases for the holidays, and wow, I'm feeling energized like the bunny. Oh, the leftover holiday food and beverages. I hear you. PBR says, I vote yes for a Chiller Roku channel. I think that'd be cool. I think that would be cool. I just need, at some point, eventually, I need, I need to find somebody around here in the area who can help me, because I just have, I wish I could just clone myself, and just, I have so many ideas. A lot of them I've just never got to, and I just wish I could get more done. Today, one of my memories that came up on Facebook was my Dark Horse Championship Wrestling, one of the memories from 2013, and I posted that, and I had quite a bit of people liking that and reminiscing about going to the events or watching it on TV on Erie, Pennsylvania. They had an NBC affiliate station called WICU, and it was a weekly show. It was on there every week, and I think about stuff like that. People ask me all the time, "Are you going to bring that back? Are you going to bring that back?" It's like, well, I had I had to make a disconnect because I moved out of the area. Not that far. I still go there now quite a bit, but there was more going on than just a physical move. There was a new job, new home. There was a lot going on at that time, and it took a couple years to get back to where I started out doing a haunted house in the local area, and then I opened up the store. And then, it started 2022, zombie outbreak. 2023, I added Jack Shadow's House of Terror. 2024, here we are. Adding the Witching Hour. And I hope to do a third escape room. I really do. I have one in mind. I actually have it. I have it ready to start, actually, to be honest with you. I have it ready to start building it. I have, like, the room sizes and the puzzle. I have everything laid out for the most part. There's a few things I'd like to change in going back and reading over it. But it's such a cool... I can't wait to get it done. I can't wait to even be able to show you and tell you about it. Now, the Witching Hour, I told you about it early last year in the winter of 2023 because I didn't know that I wouldn't get it done before I had to just pull a plug on it and start with the haunted house. So that's why that one seems like it's taking forever, is because I had to take a huge break. I worked on it for like 2 months, and then I had to pull the plug on what I was doing. But Stephanie says, is Roku free? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I was just looking into, like, what am I able to live stream on my own channel? And that's what I wasn't sure about. And today I was watching videos very quick. I didn't even watch the whole thing, but so I don't know. I really don't. Bonus says, I ran 10 laps around the house. Did I miss anything? No. SBC says, I was so disappointed by the third new one that I stopped watching them. Maybe I watch them when I'm really bored. Is that the Star Wars movies? Stephanie says, calm down, Bones. Yes, calm down. If you're going to run around the house, no running with scissors. You could... I was going to say put your eye out, but you're a skull. You could chip your skull. Raymond says, if you were cloned, Ava would be confused. Yeah, she probably would. She'd be like, oh, good Lord, what are they doing now? What are they up to now? John says, I would like to see either a Roku channel or have your shows play on OS 174... .OS 174, Outer Space International 74, is the home of Cinema Insomnia with Mr. Lobo. Oh, is that right? That's cool. Bonus says, I'm taking me bottom jaw, so I shut up for a while. But somehow you can still type. Brian says, Roku is free so far. Only the cost of the Roku unit. Okay. I wasn't sure, but I do know, like it would cost me something if I'm doing live stream. Yeah, well, it cost me something to do this, but I think it would be a little bit more to. Well, I don't know, because the guy, the video I was watching, that might be he said the price, which was more than what I'm paying here for this streaming unit, multi-streaming. But I think at that point I'd probably want some sponsorship. Well, I'd want I mean, that's not to say I'd be doing new Chiller Night theaters, or at least anytime real soon. Not saying I won't, but I think what I would like to do is just make the channel, play what I have right now, maybe even stream this onto it. I don't know yet. I just got so many ideas. Even wrestling, I would love to start DCW back up. I know you're probably thinking like, what the heck? When do you have time for the? But you know, that's why it actually takes me quite a while to get this stuff done, is because now I have people come out and help, like build, construct. I do have people who volunteer to come out and help me with that. So that's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm just talking about, you know, starting new projects one on top of the other. It's just, it gets a little hard to keep up with that stuff, you know. And that's why, honestly, that's why I was just going to pull the plug on all of this. And then when I made that announcement, again, I sat back for the next 2 weeks. Like, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to just stop it? Well, what I think I'll do is I'll stop with the highlighting of the Chiller Night Theater so much. We'll sit and chat. And I don't know. Where's this show going? Like, I don't know exactly where this show, what it's going to evolve into. If anything, maybe this is it. I mean, I haven't seen any complaints, so until I do. There's Patty. Hey. Patty, how are you doing tonight? Thanks for joining us. Patty says, hi, you guys. Roku is free if it is built into the TV. Roku TV channel is free. Cool. I have a lot to look into on this stuff. I just started again looking. I looked at it like, it was years ago, I think. SBC says, I would help you build it. Too bad I'm in Europe. I appreciate that. Tom says, Roku costs about $80 or so for the unit. You can watch all the free stuff with ads or run the premium channels if you have a subscription. So the answer is complicated. I see. Okay. Bonus says, this magic, Brian. Bloody good magic, my boy. All right. Brian says, I should have said free to watch. Free to watch. Okay. Patty says, Count Gord Duvall has a channel that's free on Roku. Not sure if the spelling's correct, you say there. Count Gord Duvall. I'm not sure. I don't know. Bonus says, geez, in less than a month I'm going to be older. That's not the bad part. I forget how old I'm going to be. Oh, yeah? You having a birthday coming up, Bonehead? Stephanie says, I saw a clip of Jack Shadow ordering pizza, and I was wondering what's everybody's pizza toppings. Mine is, I'm pretty simple. I like pepperoni, but there are times I just like to have it loaded up. Pepperoni, sausage, onions, black olives, peppers. I can tell you one thing. I don't like mushrooms. That's one thing Jack Shadow and I have in common. I know when he was ordering the pizza in one of those segments, because a couple times David Long from Vicelli's Pizza was the sponsor for the show. So, of course, Jack Shadow is going to order Vicelli's Pizza. But the one thing I had him order all this nasty stuff on his pizza. And but he says, no mushrooms, though. I think that's disgusting. So, Tom says, you could try an ad-supported option, Brian. It's kind of like sponsorship. That's a neat idea. I don't know enough about it just yet, but I was seeing some of that stuff mentioned. And again, I haven't really, started taking notes or anything like that, but it looked like a neat idea. And then if I'm relaunching the show, I don't know if I would be. I don't know when I would relaunch it. Would it be if I did? Would it be next year? I know this year is going to be tough on me because doing the Witching Hour, I know I'm going to get a lot of bookings for that. And then the next one that I'm going to do, I can guarantee I'm going to get a lot of bookings for that one. So. But whether I can get that third one done this year, I know it's only January, but I think in terms like this, like I break down my year in projects, you know, like segment of months. Can I realistically do that? I don't know. A lot of it will depend on how bombarded I am with bookings for the witching hour. You know, is that really going to hit me hard and keep me from? And this is why. If I'm running the show, if I'm running the escape room rather, I can't go build. You know, a lot of times I have to pull the gate down in front of my store. I don't like doing that. But if I don't do that, people will, even though I got the sign up, you know, please stand up here, ring the bell. They'll come back to where I'm working. And it's like, I don't want you back here. Not that I don't want customers, you know, I appreciate that. But I don't like anybody back where I'm working. Yeah, that's my Frankenstein's laboratory, and no mortal eye should gaze upon what's being done, what's being built back there. I like to keep my stuff, you know, close to the vest. Raymond says, Bonehead, I had a friend after returning from Vietnam had an anxiety attack and began running throughout his house and couldn't stop. He had to be taken to a VA hospital. Oh, that'd be bad. Holy cow. Let's see. Oh, Bonehead says he loves extra meats and anchovies. Al says pepperoni pizza rules. All right. Raymond says, I thought you liked bat wings. Jack Shadow might, yeah. Yeah, that's probably something he had. I could see that being something, one of his pizza toppings. Let's see. Bonehead says, I bet I'm the only anchovy pizza lover in the whole Chiller Night crew. Patty says, I like anchovies with my linguine with white clam sauce. SBC says, pizza, salami, cheese, pepperoni, ham, and occasionally mushrooms. I buy the dough and make it myself. Oh, you just brought back a memory of mine and saying that you made it yourself. Saturday nights when I was growing up, Saturday night was we watched Chiller Theater, Chili Billy Cardell. Just such great memories, such great memories. What a great show, a great time. You know, the whole family sat there and like together watching that, and most of the time it's just me and my dad that would end up watching the whole thing. You know, the rest of the family would go to bed. But Dad and I usually stayed up and watched. We were usually the only two that would make it, you know. But Mom, many times, would make those Chef Boyardee pizzas, you know, that she would do the dough and put the sauce on, and that to me, like, that's so nostalgic, so nostalgic. I have so many memories of that type of thing, you know, like. Oh, she'd either do that or, you know, the popcorn thing, and like I don't know, that just brings back a lot of memories and kind of reminds me the fun of why I do this to begin with. The old schlocky horror movies of yesteryear, you know, with the snacks, sitting around with the family and watching that stuff. So I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, have probably had similar memories growing up watching that stuff. Patty says, for pizza, no cheese, no sauce, toppings, or Parmesan cheese, sliced tomatoes, and roasted peppers. What? No cheese, no sauce? Really? Oh, I don't know if I can handle that, Patty. It would be a challenge. Oh boy. Bonehead says, oh yes, linguine and rock lobster with clam sauce and anchovies. Viva Roma Italiano. Bonehead says, I am Italian and I thank God for that. Oh, the Italian food is the best. Yeah, it looks to be the best. I was watching a movie. If you've seen my post, Ava and I posted, we were watching the Equalizer movies. I've never seen them before with Denzel Washington. I remember the series from back in the 80s used to be, and it's supposed to be the same guy, like Robert McCall. That's the Equalizer character. But of course, you know, back in the 80s, it was like I think it was like an ex-spy or something, and now goes around helping people. You know, in Denzel Washington movies, he's like I think he's like an ex-special forces guy or something. I think he probably has skills in addition to that even. I don't know, but they kind of touch on it, but they kind of like to leave it open too, to some extent. But man, those are good. But you reminded me by saying the Italian food is the third movie. The Equalizer 3 took place in Italy, and I was seeing them at the cafe and at the markets and stuff, and all the food, and yeah, I don't know. Could almost smell the food. I remember being in Paris and smelling all the breads and the baked goods and all that, and I don't know. Just for a moment, it takes me away somewhere. Patty says, I'm lactose intolerant, and no cheese with sauce just makes it soggy. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. It's more like Fociella this way. I don't know what that is. I'll be honest. I'm sure whatever that was. I didn't say it right. I'm sure, but well, hey, whatever is best for you and you enjoy. Patty says snack. Popcorn with olive oil and sea salt. Wow, that sounds good. I've never thought about that. Olive oil and popcorn. Huh. SBC says, I love Italian food, but German food is great too. Awesome, awesome. Abundance says, I like the original Equalizer. I'm not a fan of that crap that Denzel or Queen Latifah or whatever her name is are going. Really? Now I don't know about the Queen Latifah stuff, but Denzel Washington. Oh, I enjoyed that very much. In fact, Ava and I both loved that. We were watching that. We got a few minutes left. John Wick, the John Wick movies, and those are packed with action and stuff like that. But it's so unrealistic. I mean, if that's, if you're looking for more of a comic book action stuff where he's got 20 people surrounding him and they're all shooting him and it's hitting his bulletproof clothes and, and he's still able to fight and shoot them and kill them, every single time he's shooting them. Never mind, he's getting shot like a dozen times. But we really enjoyed the Equalizer ones. Okay, John says, for your information and enjoyment, this is Chiller Night Live with Bryan Hogue. This is Crozak the Grand reminding you to support streaming services for best entertainment. Until next week, at the same time, same Jack channel. Stay chilled and keep thrilled. Thank you. Thank you, Crozak. And Tom says, good night all. See you next week. Good night, Tom. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Bonehead says, all of a sudden I'm very hungry. I don't know why. Right. Patty says, stay safe all. Yes. Stay safe out there. And I just want to thank everybody out there who joined us tonight and each other. Stephanie says, take care, y'all, as well as you. Have a good night, everyone. Al says. So thank you for joining me and each other once again for Chiller Night Live. We'll see you next week. So have a good night. Have a good Chiller night. See ya.